Good morning, Lebanon area seniors, or I should say good afternoon, Lebanon area seniors. Lebanon Senior Center here again, whipping up another no heat added cooking demo. Again, this one has a variation where you can use your oven a little bit if you want to do it completely from scratch. But you might have guessed with the ingredients you see before me, we're going to whip up a dessert today. Been a while since we've done something sweet. I think it was back in June when we were tackling strawberries. Um, but today you have the option of making a graham cracker crust or pre-purchasing one of these already made graham cracker crusts. You can tell which one I'm doing here at the Senior Center. So today we are making a frozen lemonade pie. Yep, you heard it, not lemon meringue, lemonade. Just a couple of quick, simple ingredients. It's really easy to assemble this. It does need to be in the freezer for several hours, overnight preferably. So that is something to keep in mind. This isn't a quick whip it up and eat it kind of concoction. It does need to freeze up and set. So our ingredients are, of course, what you need for a graham cracker crust or a pre-made graham cracker pie crust shell. We did the pie crust shell. If you want to do a graham cracker crust, I will include it in the recipe ingredients and instructions down below. But you can certainly, for the convenience of summer and really cost-effective wise, pretty inexpensive to buy one of these shells as opposed to all the ingredients to make one. So, you know, there's that too. You are going to need some whipped topping. I have enough stuff in front of me for 2 pies. You need it. The quantities are a little weird in my opinion because I don't know where they do their shopping, but I didn't see a 4-ounce container of lemonade at our store. Or a 6-ounce container. They come in 12-ounce. So to make 1 pie, you need half a container of frozen lemonade. So I guess you could make the other half if you only want pie, or just go ahead and make 2. You need a can of sweetened condensed milk, 14 ounces, and you need, I'm trying to remember, it was another odd measurement, a 12-ounce container of whipped topping. I did not see 12-ounce, ours come in 8, so I've got 3. So you need 1.5 of your regular size whipped topping containers per pie. With all that said, if you don't have to bake your pie shell, because you bought one already made, you can skip the first step in the instructions that you'll be reading down below. You get to make it straight to the filling. So the filling is pretty simple here. You do need to chill your can of sweetened condensed milk. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my can of sweetened condensed milk. I already got one open. I know you think of milk, you don't think of it being like syrup. If you aren't familiar with sweetened condensed milk, it has a lot of sugar in it. This is not a pie for our diabetic friendly crowd. This is definitely a cheat experience. This is not on anybody's diet plan. This is to be shared in small slices. There we go. Get that can of sweetened condensed milk in there. I chilled mine down pretty quickly. I cheated. I shoved them in the freezer. So they chilled down pretty quickly. And you can find them in the baking section of your supermarket with all the other milks, the evaporated milk, the powdered milk, all those fun supplies that we use for various baked goods or desserts. It's so sticky. It reminds me of a caramel sauce or something like that. But all right, we got our sweetened condensed milk in our bowl. Now the time for those whipped toppings. And again, I'm doubling it up. Oh, should have probably let that set out for just a little bit longer. If they are too frozen, it gets a little harder to stir and blend all your ingredients together to make sure that they fold in together properly. So you don't have little chunks of this and a few chunks of that floating around. And if I was doing one, I would be doing 1.5 of these Cool Whip topping containers. But since I'm going to go ahead and do 2 pies today, there we go. All right, and so now really you just need to kind of gently fold, and I don't mean fold, not fold in newsletters. Fold is a gentle stir. So you don't want to beat down the fluff of the Cool Whip. You want that texture, that light, fluffy texture of the Cool Whip to remain as part of your pie. Kind of gives it that light, almost like a mousse, fluffy texture. So when we're folding, we're just kind of stirring and flipping. There we go. Is that a concept? Stir and flip. Just gently moving around. I'm kind of taking a little bit more firm approach with some of those chunks of Cool Whip that are remaining a little bit frozen. And one of the reasons you want to chill that sweetened condensed milk is because, you know, if you're dealing with whipped cream, you know, you get it too warm, but still starts melting. So if it melts too much, it's going to get all soupy and it's going to lose that texture that we're going for. So that's why you chill that sweetened condensed milk. It does make it thicker and harder to work with. You saw me trying to get it out of the can, but you do want it to retain some of that coolness so that it doesn't melt down all of your whipping cream. All right, I think I've got it mixed pretty well in here. Few lumps left in there from the Cool Whip, but we do have some more mixing to do. So I'm not going to go completely bonkers worrying about it too much right now because I know we have a little bit more mixing to do. And of course, I'm wearing it on my fingers. You know, you can't be playing in the kitchen too long and not expect not to wear something in the process. So there we go. All right, so we've got our whipped cream, our whipped topping, and our sweetened condensed milk folded together in the bowl. And now comes the lemonade. Again, it's 6 ounces of lemonade, the frozen concentrate stuff. You might totally, this is no longer frozen. You do need to let it warm up. You don't want it frozen when you plop it in there because it's not going to be easy to mix together. And you want that lemonade flavor to mix throughout. So we let our container of lemonade come up to not quite room temperature. It's still quite chilly, but we let it melt. And you might have guessed it. We poured that lemonade in the bowl with our 2 other ingredients, and now we're just going to continue to fold it in. Being very careful. Again, you don't want it to get too liquidy. You want it to retain some of that fluffiness. So we're just going to gently stir and fold and work that magic to incorporate that lemonade into this pie, into these other 2 ingredients. And I'm being ever so careful. You guys probably have your favorite folding techniques. I am squishing a couple of those chunks of Cool Whip. Don't have many left here, but we're starting to get it all moved together and incorporated. I love how the directions say, don't let it get too liquidy as you're trying to incorporate a liquid into those other 2 ingredients. That lemonade does like to hide at the bottom and rest underneath the fluff. So you might have to tilt your bowl and check it out here and there just to make sure you are getting that incorporated into your mixture. All right, I am not seeing any liquid. I'm just giving the bowl a little check here and there. All right, this is kind of what it looks like. Big, frothy, foamy mess. It looks like a tasty mess. Oh, got one more blob of Cool Whip that didn't quite get mixed in well. All right, so after you get that all mixed together, you are, of course, probably the simplest part of the whole process. Well, I should say simple. But of course, now you've just got to add your topping, your filling, into your pie shells. Let's see if I can do this one-handed sitting down here. Oh, I guess it's two-handed. All right. So we're going to give a healthy dose to one. And of course, since I'm doing two, I'm going to go ahead and make sure we can kind of make it even out here. Got to make it pretty, right? So think about these pre-made pie shells, though. I always think they're a little bit smaller than you want them to be. There we go. All right. Just making a fun little design on the top there. All right, and as I said, you need to put these in the freezer and let them set up. Preferably overnight, at least a couple of hours. And then that is going to be your sweet dessert. You can certainly do some garnishing if you want to take a little lemon zest and sprinkle it on top, or if you've got some candied lemon peel, that would look really cute, just centered on the top of your pie, identifying the flavors that will be found inside. So that's not what for lunch today. That's for a sweet treat this afternoon. And you might notice I've got extra pie. So we are going to do a giveaway with these. I have a couple of extras. So if you are interested and want to try one of these out, make sure you make a comment down below. And I'll be picking some winners to win one of these frozen lemonade pies. We'll do the drawing tomorrow, Thursday the 6th, August 6th. And I'll get in touch with the winners. So leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking of the cooking demos, or if you've got a request. Any comment will do. It does need to be a comment. You know what? I'll include likes and share. Sure. Like, love, or leave a comment, and we will include your name in the drawing for one of these frozen lemonade pies. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon, hopefully here at the Lebanon Senior Center. Bye-bye.